Who's making chats again? Is it a challenge? Please tell me it's a challenge. It is a challenge. Yes! At least someone is happy about it. Huh? What am I doing here? I don't know most of you at all. You know me, that's important. And you have your senpai here for the good measure. Indeed. Oh, hello, One-san. I was summoned by the word challenge. Whatever it is, I'm in. That's the spirit, Ryu. Why does it feel like my phone is recharging solely from the energy you two emanate? Because we had superpowers. I don't think that's how it works. Oh hey, a sane person. Thank goodness. Hey, don't disrespect the energetic crew. Thanks, Yama. Good to see you again. How's the rehabilitation going? It's going well. Taichi helps me a lot, though I'm still nowhere near playing again. I believe in you, brother. Thanks. Okay, so what's the challenge? So, all of you have boyfriends who are insecure about something after all those injuries, blaming themselves or worried that they are burdening you. The rest of you have insecure boyfriends as is. How the heck do you know that? I have my methods. Well, we weren't exactly quiet about our partners after the injuries. True. I think we didn't talk about anything else for several days. Oh, speaking of, how's Eita? He's alright, or as much as he can be. I'm glad he didn't get sick. And he liked the gifts too. That's good to hear. He seemed really stressed recently. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it, I promise. Back to the topic, please. How do you know Satoru is insecure? I haven't talked about it with anyone. Same with Tsutomu. Really, Kagane? Then that monologue about how much Goshiki hesitated before just sitting on your lap had to be just a dream. You shouldn't share so many personal things. Look who's talking. I don't think I've seen you write so much like the day Futakuchi got released from hospital. I don't have insecure boyfriend. Oh really? It's not so long since I spent half an hour listening to Osamu pouring his heart out about still feeling guilty about your fall. We are losing track of the main topic. Yes, thank you. Before anyone goes off the rails again, hear me out. As I said, all of your boyfriends have or had some level of insecurity in their heads. And there were some proposals recently too. So the challenge is to call your partners your husbands instead, somewhere in public. Or in front of people, doesn't matter. Oh yes, that's exactly what I need. Great idea. Right? I'm in. Asahi will probably die of embarrassment though. Is that a bad way to go after being called someone's husband? You have a point there. Though I'm scared Akira will kill me before dying. It's going to be fine. So, is everyone in? Yep. Of course. I can't believe I'm doing this, but if it helps Eita to stop thinking about bad stuff, then great. Agreed. Kenji is overthinking everything since the prank. Actually even before that. He's been like that since the koala challenge. Oh, that was a challenge too? Yeah, that was a good one. This one seems pretty sweet too, so I'm in. Yep, sounds like something Taichi needs to hear. Me too. I don't want to be afraid to sit on my lap and stuff. I think Mori will hate me for sure, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. You sound so dramatic. What counts as public? Anything where are people you don't know. For the engaged ones, I guess the people who don't know about it are enough. Does over the phone count? Yeah, sure. You want to make an announcement to your family? Who knows? Good luck. I will also participate. Great. Good luck to all of you. If there was something Kindachi loved on weekend mornings, it was the angelic sight of Kunimi sleeping on his chest. Somehow, Kunimi always managed to end up draped over him in one way or another throughout the night, but weekends were the only days he could truly appreciate the closeness of their bodies. Smiling, he caressed Kunimi's side, enjoying the feeling of his hand sliding over the soft skin. And of course, the fact that his fiancée was actually sleeping. He was still worried about his sleeping schedule, especially when he was away. After all, it had been only a few weeks since Kunimi stopped suffering from insomnia. But mornings like this were balm for his soul. So peaceful. He pressed a feather-light kiss on the top of Kunimi's head and carefully untangled himself from the grip of limbs and covers. He hated getting up from the comfort of their bed so early, but someone had to make breakfast and call his parents about the upcoming family reunion. However, before he managed to make a single step, Kunimi murmured quietly and gripped his hand to stop him, making Kindaichi smile even more. He leaned down to give Kunimi another kiss, gently brushing the soft black hair from his forehead. You can sleep a bit longer if you want. What's the time? About 8. Do you want anything specific for breakfast? Kunimi hummed and rubbed the sleep from his eyes. Not really. Can't you get back? It's cold in here without you. Kindaichi chuckled. I have to call Mom to confirm we are coming tomorrow, remember? And you know Mom, she'll chase me to hell and back if I forget. Kunimi yawned and stretched, reminding Kindaichi of a cat. Unable to resist, he sat back on the bed and pulled Kunimi to his chest into a tight embrace, earning a flick to his forehead. Aren't you just getting up? Give me 10 minutes, I'll come help you with breakfast. Kindaichi reluctantly let go of him, though not before he stole another kiss from him, and headed into the kitchen. He intentionally postponed the call until Kunimi waddled into the living room to grab a glass of juice, still yawning and trapped only in a short bathrobe that definitely didn't give Kindaichi several ideas for the next few hours. Have you called yet? Shaking his head, Kindaichi reached for his phone. Kindaichi's residence, how can we help you? Hey Mom, how are you doing? Yutaro, my boy, why are you calling the landline? Oh, never mind that. I'm doing great now that you called. I thought you forgot. How could I? You would tear me to pieces if I didn't call. That's probably true, but only because I really want to see you, dear. You are coming tomorrow, right? Your father and brother can't wait to see you too, even though they don't show it. They were really down when you didn't come the last time. Mom. I know, you had a valid reason not to come. But the more we are excited now. Your brother really wants to show you his newest creation, and your father is still worried you are sad he didn't get to congratulate you for getting on a protein personally yet. Kindaichi chuckled and glanced towards Kunimi, who in the meantime settled next to him on the couch, sipping from his glass and obviously paying very close attention to the conversation. Tell them I say hi, and that we will come for sure. Oh, Akira's coming too? That's great! We haven't seen him for ages either. Of course. It's a family reunion. I have to take my husband with me. Kunimi spat out the juice, his face quickly turning red from the following coughing fit. Judging by the gasp on the other end of the call, his mother wasn't doing much better. Husband? Since when? Why didn't you say something earlier? We didn't even congratulate you and... Wait, Mom, calm down, okay? I promise I'll explain everything, but I have to help Akira before he drowns. I'll call you later. He ended the call and reached over to Kunime to give him a few firm hits to the back. You okay? Kunime nodded, taking a few gasping breaths before he narrowed his eyes at him. What the heck was that? Well, you are my fiancé, so I will be calling you my husband at some point. Why are you so shocked? Kunime finally managed to get the coughing under control and wiped his eyes, smacking Kindaichi's arm. I get that, but I didn't imagine we would tell your family like this. We could just tell them at the end and all would be good. Now it's going to be insufferable from the beginning. Grinning, Kindaichi pulled him closer to his side. Ah, they know you. They won't bother you that much with it. Besides, I bet they subconsciously knew it was just a question of when rather than if we get engaged. I guess. But still, isn't it a bit tacky to tell them over the phone? Kindaichi shrugged. We can tell them properly when we get there tomorrow. Don't worry about it, okay? I'll do a bit of explaining and it's going to be fine. He let his eyes briefly roam over Kunime before clearing his throat. But before that, you should go change if you want any breakfast, because you are very distracting right now. Raising his eyebrow, Kunime leaned back and shifted to sit cross-legged. Tease. Sounds like a you problem to me. In return, Kindaichi smirked and ran his hand over the exposed skin of Kunime's thigh. It will quickly become your problem too if you continue like this. I'm a simple man when it comes to, you know. I need to work tomorrow. And, as your future husband, I'll gladly carry you around. Yutaro? Yes, darling? Rolling his eyes, Kunime sighed and pulled Kindaichi into a kiss by his collar. Fine, but carry me back into bed. We are not ruining the couch. As you wish, my dear. Kenji, are you pouting right now? Shirabu huffed and continued to stare ahead and everywhere except for Semi walking next to him. No. They were supposed to have a nice evening after one of the band's local concerts, celebrating the band's success, maybe have a nice dinner and then go home and fall asleep while watching something stupid on TV. Shirabu was looking forward to it for the whole week while he practically slept in the hospital, going from one shift into another, and his mood was already in negative numbers. All he wanted was a peaceful evening with his boyfriend. But of course, Semi's fans, well, fangirls mostly, had to ruin everything. They swarmed him the moment he got off the stage, yelling over one another to get his attention, an autograph or a photo. Shirabu kept his distance, not wanting to mingle with the oh-so-loud crowd, or ruin Semi's evening. The last thing he wanted was his boyfriend feeling bad just because he was in a bad mood. But as they left the club and headed to their home, he couldn't stop the annoyance he felt over the ruined night from appearing on his face. It wasn't Semi's fault, not really. He just hated all the squealing fans. Why do they always have to hang all over him so much? Kenji? Shirabu snapped from his thoughts, but a frown didn't disappear from his face. Can we hurry up? I want to be home already. I'm tired. Sighing, Semi stopped them both and pulled Shirabu to him, wrapping his arms around his waist. Shirabu grumbled under his breath, quickly looking around to check if someone was watching while heat creeped up his face. Stop doing all this PDA stuff. What if someone goes around? Why are you so grumpy today? I'm not grumpy. Yes, you are. What's wrong? I thought you would like to see our concert again. Shirabu paused and lowered his gaze, subconsciously playing with Semi's jacket. I did want to see you perform, I'm really tired. Can we go home? Please? Semi tilted his head, taking hold of Shirabu's hand. Is that the reason? You know you can tell me if you didn't have fun, right? I'm not going to hold it against you or get upset. No, that's not... He inwardly cursed his inability to control his emotions. This concert was important for Semi like any other, maybe more since he asked him to come too. He looked so happy on the stage, giving it everything he had and doing a great job. And now you are ruining it just because he has fans. That's not what's happening, I swear. I don't like seeing all those girls hanging all over you after every performance. He felt horrible for thinking like that. He wished Semi's success, glad his fans were able to bring the band up in the charts. Of course Semi had fans. He was a great singer and even better musician on top of being handsome as heck. He couldn't possibly blame him for interacting with them either, but it was still hard to watch his boyfriend getting swarmed by squealing girls. He sighed. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be like this. Don't mind me, it's not your fault. Semi smiled and pushed a strand of hair from Shirabu's eyes before lifting his chin up. Are you jealous? Shirabu's cheeks flared up in embarrassment over getting caught. Maybe. Oh, Kenji. You know, Semi-san! Wait up, please! Shirabu flinched and stepped away from Semi's embrace. Two girls were running towards them, waving like crazy, the sight turning Shirabu's mood even more sour. Hello. Can I help you? The girls stopped in front of Semi, slightly out of breath and without sparing Shirabu a single glance. Their cheeks were flushed, though Shirabu doubted it was because of the run or cold, especially as one of them immediately started to twirl her hair around her finger. We loved your performance today. It was amazing. Yes, we've been to all your concerts in this part of Japan and this one was the best so far. Oh, thank you. Well, it was because my... Oh, can you please sign this? It would be a great memory. She handed Semi a small book, probably a diary of sorts. Shirabu noticed Semi's posture tense when he looked at the pages and peeked over his shoulder. It was a page full of hearts and Semi-Eita written in bold characters on top, followed by several lines of badly written love confession. Shirabu clenched his fist. The audacity. Oh, I'm sorry, but this isn't going to work. You see, my boyfriend... Shirabu cleared his throat and wrapped his arm around Semi while giving the girls a scorching glare. I'm sorry, but my husband and I were just heading home, so if you excuse us, we'll be on our way again. He more felt than saw Semi smirking before he returned the diary and bowed slightly to the clearly shocked girls. Apologies, miss. My husband has spoken. Enjoy your evening. With that, he pressed a short kiss to Shirabu's lips and resumed their walk towards their apartment. Shirabu's heart hammered into his ribs, his cheeks heating up as if he just ran a mile. What the heck got into me? Oh god. As if reading his mind, Semi laughed and pulled him closer to his side. That was amazing, Kenji. Thoroughly spectacular. He stopped and pulled Shirabu to his chest, mirroring their position from before they got interrupted, a small smile playing on his lips. I didn't know you had it in you. Me neither. it just flew out. It was fun to watch. I bet they are already writing about it on their fan pages. The whole Twitter will be on that tomorrow. Shirabu whined. That's going to be so embarrassing. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Not now. It wasn't a good time. It was the best time. At least everyone will know I'm happily taken and only yours. Sighing, Shirabu relaxed into Semi's embrace, not caring if anyone was around anymore. What did you want to say before they came? Oh, I just wanted to say you don't have to worry because I have my eyes only for you and no one else. But you made it much more amusing. He became serious again and cupped Shirabu's cheeks. There's no one else for me in this world than you, so you don't have to be jealous of the fans. No one compares to you, love. Shirabu blushed. He decided to take a leap and close the distance between them. Semi smiled into the kiss and tugged him closer to deepen it before they had to part to catch their breath. I love you too. Let's go home, shall we? Since it had been a while from when he got included in a challenge, Lev was rightfully excited to get this done. Especially since it was really wholesome. For the last few days, he had been thinking about how to make sure Yaku felt secure in their relationship again, and this seemed to be the best opportunity for it. At least he could do something about Yaku's worries that he was getting annoying because words didn't seem to do much. Of course, Lev would never think something like that. No matter what people said, he knew better, and he knew Yaku. The real him, and his sweet, caring side. In fact, if it wasn't for that stupid heart prank, he wouldn't be able to recall when was the last time Yaku raised his voice around him. And yet, despite all of Lev's reassuring, Yaku was much quieter recently, and kept spacing out a lot. And Lev hated it. He carefully peeked inside their apartment, looking for any signs of Yaku's presence. But the apartment was silent. Could he go to sleep early? He could have a headache again. Or is he out somewhere? He shrugged and turned the lights on. Yaku was an adult. He didn't have to announce his every movement, and his current absence was playing into Lev's hand. A large box hit the table with a dull thud, finally allowing him to roll his stiff wrists. He rubbed his hands contently, already imagining Yaku's expression after opening the box and seeing its content. But before he could enjoy the image, he jumped when the front door clapped and quickly hit the box behind him. Lev? Are you home? It was unlocked. Yeah, I'm home, don't worry. A moment later, Yaku appeared from behind the corner, fiddling with the strap of his bag and looking anywhere but Lev. I thought you'd still be at work. Yeah, well, the photographer got a family emergency call, so we had to finish earlier. Is that an issue? I promise I won't disturb you if you need to sleep. I just thought you would be glad I came home earlier. Yaku paused for a beat before he dropped the bag on the floor and rushed to Lev to wrap him in a tight hug. No, of course I'm glad. I just didn't expect you to be home so soon, that's all. Lev had to smile. He found Yaku's newly found clinginess adorable and slightly amusing. There were times when he had to practically beg him to hold his hand, and now, here he was, hugging him first. Were you planning something? Not really. Not for now, at least. Oh? Some surprise for later? You'll have to wait and see. He pulled away a bit, tilting his head when he looked behind Lev's back. What's that? Oh, that's a gift for you. For me? Why? We aren't celebrating anything today, are we? Can't I just give you something to make you happy? He pushed the box to Yaku, excited as if it was his own gift. Come on, open it. Yaku measured the box with dubious expression for a while, but then tacked on the bow and slowly removed the wrapping paper. His eyes widened as he ran his fingers over the handmade dark blue suit, stopping at the voucher laid on top of it. It was for one of Yaku's all-time favorite places in Tokyo, and Lev inwardly rejoiced upon seeing all the emotions on Yaku's face. Lev, that had to be so expensive. Why would you spend so much on a new suit? I have few old ones that are still fine. And the voucher... Why? Lev grinned. Because I knew it would make you happy. That's enough of a reason for me. Now go change. The reservation is on 7. Yaku didn't move, just continued to stare at the contents of the box, and Lev's smile faltered. If you aren't tired, of course. Are you tired? Or does your head hurt again? I should have asked beforehand, right? I'm sorry, I'll... Shaking his head, Yaku suddenly pulled him down by his thigh for a kiss. I'm fine, I just couldn't believe it. Give me 10 minutes, okay? So, what are you getting? Yaku hummed absent-mindedly and continued to stare into the menu, as he did for the last several minutes. Lev rolled his eyes in a loving exasperation. He didn't have to ask anyway. He knew what his boyfriend would order. May I take your order? Lev flashed her a bright smile. Yes, I'll get the chef's choice, and my husband will get... There was a soft thud as the menu fell on the table, followed shortly by a coughing fit. Lev startled. Mori? Mori, are you alright? Do you need help? Yaku raised his hand to stop him and shook his head, taking a few deep breaths before turning his sharp gaze at him. What did you say? Lev backed away a bit, confused by the edge in Yaku's voice. I called you my husband? Is something wrong? Yaku clenched his jaw. Why would you say it just like that? Without warning? I thought it would be nice since, you know, I would like to call you that one day. An incredulous sound escaped Yaku's mouth. Why would you... Why now? You are such an idiot, Lev. I'll leave you for now. Lev's heart sank. Did he perhaps misread the whole situation recently? And the state of their relationship? The other guests were now watching them with various levels of curiosity, which in turn made Yaku's cheeks color red. Oh. I'm sorry, I just thought... I didn't want to embarrass you, I swear. It just flew out and... I'll never call you that again if you don't like it, Smaller hands wrapped tightly around his wrists before he could get up. Wait, that's not what I meant. Just... give me a minute, okay? Lev nodded stiffly, his heart hammering in his chest as he watched Yaku take a few more settling breaths, unsure what to expect. Alright, I'm fine. Mori. Wait, let me speak. Lev clapped his mouth shut immediately, and Yaku sighed. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. You just surprised me. I was planning this for so long, and then you suddenly call me your husband like it's nothing. Planned? What did you... He didn't finish, the words getting stuck in his throat when Yaku smiled softly and put a small box on the table, the blush returning to his face as he pushed it towards him. This. Lev's heart skipped a beat. He reached for the box, noticing how much his hands were shaking, and then his jaw fell. Resting on a velvet cushion was a beautiful platinum ring with 3 emeralds and a few tiny diamonds embedded in it. Is this for real? Yaku shrugged. I was planning something more romantic, but you were too fast with the whole thing. But yes, I'm absolutely serious. Lev's vision hazed as Yaku took his hand and slid the ring on his finger. Loss of words? A bit. I just can't believe it, I suppose. Yaku rolled his eyes and leaned over the table to kiss him, a tiny hint of smile playing in the corner of his mouth. Then get used to it quickly, because I'm not taking the ring back now. Lev no less than beamed. I will.